Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2, and it's been a while since we have played, and I haven't done anything since last time that you guys have seen a video. I've sort of taken a break, and I was reflecting on really what I wanted to do. And before I jump into this episode, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that has came along in the past few months, really showed me love and support whenever it came to playing this game. You guys have been awesome. You guys definitely made the discussion great. You guys made ideas come to my brain to go ahead and promote for you guys and post things to help you maybe fix issues or start the conversation to see what you guys had to say as well. But there is probably something that's going to be changing whenever it comes to me playing this game, and there's just going to be some videos that you're just not going to see anymore. And the reason for it is I felt like at some point this was a little forced whenever it came to me playing Cities Skylines 2 for the point of trying to make videos of how to fix things or how to do things. What I like doing is designing cities. I like building cities. I like being detailed, I guess, to some point at this point in this game, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. So we're going to continue this build here, but when it comes down to it, I'm probably going to maybe be playing other games as well, but I'm going to be playing them the way that I would normally play them, and I hope that you guys enjoy that along the journey playing with me whenever it comes to these games. And I hope you enjoy just experiencing them in the way that I love playing them. So we're going to continue with the downtown today. But like I said, you probably won't see videos based on, oh, what's wrong with this or how to fix this or do certain things. Instead, we'll be more focused on, let's build a city, let's have fun, let's enjoy it, and I hope you guys are along for the ride, and I hope you guys really do enjoy it as well. So thank you guys for all the support recently. Again, I'm not upset with anybody. I'm not upset with myself. I'm not anything of the sorts. I don't hate the game. I don't hate anything about it, what we were doing before. But I feel like I need to give you guys content in which I enjoy. That way I'm not burnt out. That way there's not weeks without videos. There's not it's just me playing games that I enjoy playing, and you guys get to enjoy them with me. So hopefully, you guys are cool with that, and you'll be along for the ride. But let's jump right back into what we have going on here. Currently, we were building our downtown area, and I got a few more custom assets that I added in. So hopefully, we can find those and situate those into certain areas. We have these Imperial Heights apartments and stuff that I got. There was also, and I don't know, so the McDonald's is showing up in here. We gotta select both of these. So there was a 7-Eleven, I believed, that I ended up adding into here, and I don't know if it will show up in this screen here or if it will be somewhere else. Um, so I'm probably gonna have to go into this menu and buildings. I don't know if it's going to come up as 7-Eleven or not. Um, I'm just wanting to find these real quick. That way I know exactly where they're all at. So that's not there. We want to do, I guess, subscribed would show me everything that I'm subscribed to. So these are all my starred ones. Okay, there's the Atlas building. And those are all the BXP stuff that's in there. We don't really have any work for that. CBR building, okay. Just finding these, that way we know exactly where they're at. And we can get to them. I don't know if that's that central administration building. I don't think that's like something I'm actually subscribed to. Okay, so there's the fun fair stuff. That's actually stuff that's in the game. I know where all that stuff is. Hotel Monday, the Holy Ghost Church, this museum, Imperial Heights. Don't need any of these. That's a hangar. Gen 2 Center, the Kinsman Plaza. I have a ton of this stuff that I added into here. Mostly because when it came to this downtown area, I wanted to... There's the terrace, there's another church. There's that building and that building. I wanted to make something to where I can put like my actual thought and mind into it. Like whenever I look at like what this is going to be based off of is, I know it's hilly and stuff like that, and it looks like it should be up north. I'm not building an up north city because up north cities like they get to the point where you're really nothing but skyscrapers, and I'm not sure that I want nothing but skyscrapers. We have this Seraphim all through here. And this is the Star Q, which we don't have anything that's in through there, so that should not be within my... Okay, so there's the end of the Star Q. Is that Superman? Oh no, that's the supermarket stuff. The signs that go in the front of it. I'm just making sure I got everything here. It's terminal, toll booths, rail yard. We don't need any of that. That's all able to be placed down multiple times. It's just all for stuff. What is this? That's the northeastern items. So we don't need, that's the southwest items. And that went up to start again. I don't know why. So there's that. That's the US Southwest stuff there. That's the Walmart and the Walmart sign. Which I already have the Walmart sign down there. Ah, here they all are. All these guys. I don't know if I want this one. This one seems like two buildings that were already made that were put together. Okay, so now we have every single one of them. So let's go back to all. And these will all be up top now. And we want to start throwing some things down into our city that sort of makes sense. So I had, where is this at here? The Rand Tower. Seems right to be over in this area. I don't really see it being something that's up here. It's probably going to be a larger building there. This is like the outskirts of town. Thrown in there. So I like that. Get this place down multiple times. Already exists. Yes, I understand. But if we do anarchy, it doesn't exist anymore. We already have this guy. That's over there with that. Muscle car garage. No. Where's that church at? So I want to do... I mean, I don't know, because this is like, I'm guessing this is where sort of my influence of up north comes in, because you would have a downtown and you would have a church that would just be sitting, like an old style church, that would be sitting somewhere. And I feel like it might not fit. I don't know. And somebody did say, oh, there's just mega structures everywhere. I don't think that these are mega structures. I really don't think that, like, even this building right here, like this, that's not a mega structure to me. It's not. But I definitely don't want like skyscrapers and stuff sitting next to it. So I understand. Those are all high density. Northeastern medium density. Is that what's over here? And I know that we were doing, okay, we were doing platter. And we were doing housing, and we were doing, what, northeastern and medium density? I think we need to get a parking lot in here. Or behind it. We'll probably throw the parking lots in behind it. We want some park area here to separate this, so we'll probably start the housing over here. And... do I want to do 4x4s? Or 4x4. So 4x4s and 4x5s all get you the same size building. What happens if you do 5x5? Does that... That's not going to piece anything there. Okay. So 4x5 would be like the biggest that you can get. That's crazy that spawned that over there. There we go. Okay, so we got some of that. Don't know what we'll do here, whether this will be a park or not. But we'll see how these turn in. I want to see what these buildings look like before I start doing anything too crazy to it. Like the way that this is all situated, we might end up throwing another street in here. For the fact of I think it just needs another street. Just right there. Yeah, like I'm not against that being there. I feel like that fills that grid in a little bit more. Like it should. That just makes sense to me the way that that's sitting. And let's speed this up. Because like we have money. We have unlimited money. I mean, we're losing 138,000 an hour, but it doesn't matter. This is all about designing something that we truly will like. So there's this here. I'm trying to think, like you're driving down the road here. I guess that looks like, okay, you got that big building to the right there. This big building here. That little one next to it that's off to the side. There's a traffic jam going on. Let's see about getting the parking lots in over here. So we need a 3x6. I mean, we could do the 3x6, or could we do one of these normal ones fit in here? That's too big. Way too big. So, like, the medium ones would fit. If we did that and that. Those fit like that. And then we can take a 3x6 like that. So that's the parking that would go on the back of this. And I keep looking at these because I like these the way that they're set up, that you can build them together and make a big building. But I'm not sure if that's what we want to do. And that doesn't fit inside there. That's too big. Way too big. I want to use, not that I'm going crazy and I want to use nothing but custom assets and stuff, but I feel like it allows me to put the feel together of what I want. So like I'm really not against that. And like, do we do the Hotel Monday over here? I feel like there needs to be a dome area or something. What would you even call it? Like sort of like a yeah, like one of these. Like you always need one of those. Yeah, this guy here. Like just a venue. Like I don't understand why that's not something that hasn't been created yet. Like why haven't we truly gotten a venue? Does that doesn't fit that. It fits this way. You can always delete it if I don't like it there. I'm truly not against it there. Doesn't make sense being there. I don't think it looks off being there. And we got traffic jams. This is like the time when this is terrible. That's a mega structure. That's pretty big. That's not that big. I need more of these buildings to fill in though. Like this cathedral or whatever this is. Is this a cathedral? Is that what that is? Concert hall. So that's like something that I was looking to put in. It just seems like this would be something that you would have tons of parking around. Oh, that's the entrance over there? Why is... Okay. I didn't think that was the entrance. I had no idea. Okay. So that's connected off on the side like that. This doesn't have a connection. I don't think we need the traffic lights on this. Nor do we need the crosswalks. Okay, I don't know, with the way that that's all situated, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know why that would be, why is that the side that locks onto the road? Why doesn't, like, if this didn't lock onto the road, and oh, and it flipped in like this. I don't know if you would want that. Yeah, you sort of would have to keep it like this. And I think that what I'm going to have to do is delete that sub element off of there. And I also need to... Oh, come on, let me delete you. No, I don't want the whole damn thing. Okay, so that doesn't look like I'd be able to fix it whatsoever. You will want a road running right behind it. And honestly, I mean, look at these textures and stuff. I don't even know how I feel about the way that this looks. Like, let me see what we got going on here. Yeah, like that's not even finished there. This stuff's all just overlapped all weird. Just right in the grass there. I mean, I guess we can leave it, but I honestly don't know how I feel about it. And just an alley that comes out of here. But I just don't want, and let's click that back to daytime. I don't want that on there. Okay. So I guess that works. And then we can take the parking down the side of this here. And we'll go 3x2 the whole way. You could probably go 3x3 the whole way. Go 3x3 most of the way. 3x3 most of the way there, and then we can throw some trees into this spot because I don't even think we need the parking on that area right there. So we'll throw this down here. There we go. Maybe get some back over here. Then get these wild bushes. It's not as close as I thought that it would be. Just right like that. Maybe, I think I'm going to take them the whole ways down through, honestly. Although it doesn't seem like there should be space for them to go there. I think you need to separate that. So there's the parking lot that sits over there like that. I mean, I like the way that looks, honestly. That's not bad. And can we go ahead and get... I wish there was larger parking lots that came in this pack, because 3x6 is all the bigger it goes. And I wish... I guess I can go with the very large. No, it doesn't even fit in this spot, so we'll just have to go with the large. What I can do with the large... Unless I do very large on this side. If I do very large like that, then I'm fine with it being fenced off. I have no issue with that then. So that looks good. We'll keep that there. So that gives us our little area over here. It has its own piece. It feels like everything's fit together where it needs to go. Can we get some cultivated flower bushes? Just get those right down through there like that. And then you there. And you there. Awesome. I actually like the way that that looks. That turned out pretty good. I'm actually happy about that. And what are we looking like over here? So these buildings build in. I just wish... What are these? These are southwest. That's why. Okay, pause this. Let's get out here. Let's go here. I know. Sucks that I had to do this. Didn't want to. Okay, so we'll go 5x3. We'll go southwest. We'll go the medium density. And what is this big, huge circle here? Oh, that's it, because it thinks that I want to do multiple here. Parcel depth, 5x4. What's that give you? Oh, that gives you multiple sized ones. Okay. What if you go 5x5? That gets you a whole big one there. 6x4. Get you two decent sized ones. And let's do 4x4. 3x4. Can this go off the street or does it not want to? Snap the parcels. Snap the sides of a road. So there's that. Okay, that does squeeze in there. And then what? It's just that I'm having a slight issue there with this not having anything there. Okay, so there's that. We need a little park area put together here. I don't know if there's any parks that I can put in that make sense. There's no way that that fits. That fits. So you have that there. And then just coming off this side. We do a wide pavement path. I hate how it does that. Really do. Don't know why it does that. Hate it. But we gotta live with it. I don't think there's a way to fix it. If you guys know a way to fix that, please let me know. Because I do. That stuff irritates me so bad. Okay, so we got those there. So that block is filled in now. That looks so much better with these southwest buildings. I think it's because that's what we're going for. And that's high density. That's medium density. So I think we're going to spread some more of that medium density into this area here. Can I go one more wider? Yeah. Just like that. I wish it would have taken the whole spot there. Is this a 3x3? Yep. So I'm good with that. I mean, this stuff does bother me. So, like, I wish there was another 2x2 building that was right in here. So, like, if I were to want to do this correctly in the way that I wanted to, we would come out here, grab this. We would do a 2x4. Put that 2x4 in. Take this 2x2 on this corner. Put that in. Take the 2x2 right here. Put that in. And then those would all build. And that would fill in correctly. I guess I'd be okay with it. And then those will fill in. I'm liking the way that the medium looks. I don't know if I want a lot of the high density. Especially next to the bigger buildings. It always feels like there'll be medium density and stuff, not that high buildings. And then there's like a bam, like a medium skyscraper that sits in there. And we got mixed housing. We don't really want to do any of that. Because we don't really have enough as it comes to with the businesses. There's already not enough people, it says. I want to see what happens if we do this. Because I'm feeling like really anal whenever it comes to this stuff. But like if I want medium density here and let that build in, what's that do to this block? I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. That's why I'm sort of okay with doing it. Is this parking? Yeah, it's solar panel covered parking lot. Yeah. So we'll see how this pulls together. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with these areas. I want to do some more housing here next to the Walmart. We'll see how this fills in. Okay, so there's this here, which this is already encompassing what this has going on. So I'm wondering, like, do I put anything over here? I feel like I need to get some trees and stuff placed over in this way. I feel like it. Like if I just get these all outlined in through here. Okay, so we got those there. I feel like I need something placed here in the corner. in like an actual building. Like I don't need something small or anything over here. Like a holy, that's the conference center. That's something else that's probably going to end up over in this way. Like if I placed it on that straight right there, we could get the parking lots and stuff in behind it, which will work out, but we're not there right now. We're not really looking at that. Can't really place this here, way too big. I'm wondering if that church is going to be what gets in here, or this. I don't know, that's the... It has the fence and stuff around it, which makes it sort of hard for me to get something like this would place in. That would fit, and I wouldn't be against it. Because that's somewhere where people would live, and that place is like this pond here, and then on the back side of it you got the overlook on that, and it sits right in there. And I could probably get some parking put right here, because we need parking, just tons of parking everywhere. And I guess what you do, you wouldn't want a parking lot that has a fence around it though, because this has a walkway that comes right out of it. So you'd probably end up doing not single row, not the large, probably the medium parking lot. And that would be just for these guys to be able to park in there. And I guess we would, I always think to get out of that I can press that. You can't press that. We would do net lanes, fences. Do we want, what's this? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Not okay with the color. That's still not the right color. What the? There we go. I think that's the right color. I think it's this. Yeah. Okay. So then let's grab this. We need net lanes. Right? No? There we go. Okay. So we got a wall around that. So that fills in. That makes it look like it's all one piece there. Walmart has helicopters or something in it now. We got the Walmart sign out there. We got the Walmart. We got traffic jam going on there because everybody just wants to use parking lots every time they get placed down. How did this fill out? I mean, I don't think it filled out that bad. I feel like it might have filled out better than this did over here. Just larger buildings, pretty much. I mean, what would happen? Let's do southwest. And let's get some high density. And let's just see how these flow in. I guess there's probably not a lot of demand for high density right now. Didn't really think about that. So let's do southwest medium. And why are you going to say that you have... What's the path for? They just don't build something that has the path going through it. And this doesn't fill in the whole way. So we could use platter to fill in that spot. We'll probably end up using platter to fill in this spot as well. Unless we want to make a park that like goes back through this. So two of the same buildings there. I think that this is just slowly filling in nicely. Like I want that variation in height. And that's why I wanted the custom assets, because I know that these southwest, like, even if they start getting up a little bit higher in the levels and stuff, I don't think they get gigantic, like tall. maybe throw this in here by the hospital? Don't think that that would be a bad idea. And we could actually take, let me see here. I don't know if we would do that last one because it's going to be off really weird. Like really weird. If we do a 3x3 here. I don't even know if I would do that. I would probably end up putting just bushes and stuff down here. So we have the hospital there, and then we can run some parking back along here actually. Keep it off at the intersection, so I'm fine with that. A little bit of a slope to these parking lots, but I guess you won't see them once. You won't see the slope once you get everything else built in around here. Get some trees placed in over here. Just thrown in there. So that gets pieced in. Trees through there. Okay, so now that's all filled in. I think it looks better whenever you use all the space within a spot. Definitely makes it feel like it's more alive. I think I'm going to take these cultivated flower bushes and actually run them. Do I run them the whole ways down? And then maybe get some, I don't know if I want the wildflower bushes. Those really aren't that big. Cultivated green bush, apple trees. What's going on here? If somebody's having an issue, get out of the way. Cultivated flower bush, wildflower bush. I think we're gonna do wildflower bushes. Just like that. Okay, so now that space is all completely used up. We need to figure out what fills this in. This has parking to it. Parking over here, parking there. Fast food restaurant right there. What else do we have that's in this? I don't know if we want to do brickworks. Oh, I know. Because this is the Imperial Heights. But this is sort of like the projects. Is what those are. Isn't this over here? No, that's not. Do we throw this in here? Does it make sense to throw that in there? I mean, I guess you could do... Is it weird for a hotel to be next to a hospital? I feel like sometimes there's hotels next to hospitals just in case you don't want to stay in the hospital. You can stay in the hotel if you're like visiting people there and stuff. But like that would be these 3 buildings here, maybe 4, all 4 of these that would sit in here. Unless I did something like that. What's this supposed to be? What are you? High density office space. Okay. That was just high density office. That's all it is. Okay. So you are high density office. And there you go. And that's not even going to place down correctly, is it? Nope. So this is going to have to be... Oh, I guess we can get office spaces in over here. Oh, those are going to be high density, so those are actually going to... those are going to be way too big. Those guys are going to be huge if we put those in there. We can get some office spaces in here on that front road, though. Would make sense. And then figure out what we're going to put in here. Do I want to... I don't know if I want to put... Like, if I go with the Continental... So that gets placed there. This is the secondary building to it. Then we would have a park in between. That we would go ahead and adjust. Build ourselves. I just don't know why this... It's listed as a prefab of something that we can put down. So like if I go plop the growables, I go high density here. What is that? Yeah, it's not in there. So that's so weird that this needs zoning to it, so that doesn't even get to be placed down correctly. That's never gonna work. That's the Empire State Building or something? All these are way too big. I don't even think I want any of them in here like that. That could be City Hall that sits there. I don't even know if I would want City Hall sitting right here. I feel like that would be something that would end up over in this area. I feel like it's just going to honestly be more offices. I would leave one spot there open and get those guys to fill in and pretty much have a park back in here. So let's go take this. We want the small path. That doesn't work. Truly doesn't work. Okay. So we get that like that like that. So just like that, I guess. And what's that connecting to? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Why would it do that? Stop doing that. Okay, so there's that there. Don't need to pause that. And then we'll take some trees here. Of course, oak. I love oak trees. That's a wild bush. I was like, why is this like so small? I did not notice that I was trying to put down a wild bush. Okay, so we got those. Maybe an apple tree here or there. Dope. So that's all filled in there. I mean, that's looking packed like a sardine, like it should be. I like this here that it just breaks open. There's no buildings over there. I really do like that. Sometimes it's nice to not have the whole block covered with buildings and have some park area to it. This is going to be something that I need to pay some attention to. And I think it's going to end up being commercial buildings here. I don't think it's going to be the terrace. Although the terrace wouldn't be a bad idea to have sitting here. I think it would look pretty good along this waterfront. Convention center on the shore of Lake. Yeah, like it makes sense because it's supposed to be, it's a shoreline building. And this just has like a bike path. Where's this at? No, I just need a bike path by itself. Come in here, bike path with. That's a steep decline. I did not know it was that steep right there. So there's that. I did not know this was this steep right here. Let me see if we can take this and raise it up a little bit. Like just like that. And now all the trees come out to play. So now we need to just make sure that we're selecting. Oh, that's on the road. I was like, why can't I delete that tree? Probably because it's part of the road, Chase. Okay, I'm pretty good with that. I don't have any issue with that peeking up like that. And, of course, as always, what do we have to throw in here? We need some trays. It's cultivated flower bush. I like the cultivated flower bush because it's a little bit bigger, so like you can really see it whenever you're zoomed out. The other bushes make it seem like they're not there almost. They're too small. So there's that. And then this guy here needs to go. We'll place some of these trees down in here. Dope. And then we'll probably put some residential back here. So you're going to go southwest residential. And it's probably going to be medium density again. I mean, what else can you really do with it? Is that not going to build on that spot? No, it is. Yeah, I'm just not sure what else you would do with that area. I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm like pretty happy with the way that this is expanding. And I like this bridge. Like that bridge just like the road layout is making sense. And I do like it. And I like populating this the way that we are to where we're expanding it. Not like plopping something here, plop it. I know that we plopped this down over here. And that allows us to go ahead and get into parking lot and everything put in. But I like expanding from these central points. And I wonder what we can do with this. Like, what is this? Low density business? Northeastern low density business? That's gonna have to change. I don't like the way those look at all. But there has to be something that we can do with this water feature here. And it's not going to be definitely not going to be a building or something around it. Definitely want to do a park or something. I mean, honestly, this would be crazy to, so let me see here. So let's take that down there. Let's decrease this brush size. Let's make it big like that. Does that fill in that? It does fill in that. Now if we soften this. But we still need this to be... So that fills all in there. And we're going to soften this again. And like very soft. Very soft. So there's that sitting like that. And then we'll take... Where is this? Chain link fence. So they have those water reservoirs and stuff behind buildings most of the time. And I think that that could be what this is. So I'll get some trees and stuff up around this. So it's not like a sore thumb thing sitting here. So there's that. But normally behind places like the Walmarts or big areas with parking lots and stuff, they have these reservoirs. I really wouldn't even call it a reservoir because it's not something that you would drink out of ever. But it's sort of like where the runoff and stuff goes to. It filters itself, like it gets removed from the system so it doesn't go into city water, and it has sort of its own filtering system for it to go back through the ground and everything. So sometimes those dry out, but they eventually go ahead and seat themselves correctly. But that gets the fence and stuff around there. Sort of makes sense. I don't think I have anything that I could really do prop-wise that would like make sense for like unless there was like a pipe or something. If I could find a pipe, that'd be about the only thing that would make sense back here. Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's anything like that in here, so not gonna happen. If I could find pipes or something, I would. Should honestly. Oh, I guess they do have that stuff out here. I was like, I was gonna put this stuff outside. I was gonna start doing that outdoor living and stuff. But somebody already thought about that and put that out there, so that's pretty cool. This is like very well designed. I do really like this Walmart. It is very well designed. And let's see, can we get this to... I don't know if I want the color. Oh, damn it. Yes, please. Right. Stop. Stop. This keeps clicking here. I'm fine with that, just spanning that side like that. Because then, like, once you're back here, I mean, what is it really? I mean, if I extended this road a little bit more, I could do a roundabout and put houses around it. Like, if I did this to, like, right there. That's a little off. I don't like that. So, right like that. Take this medium cul-de-sac. Actually, doesn't even have to be that long. So let's go. Oh, right there. And now let's throw that cul-de-sac on there. I guess it only gets me like a spot where I could do like 2 houses. I guess with platter we would get more. We don't want medium density. We want low density, and we want it to be not traditional, modern. I don't know if I want it to completely snap like that around there. Is that going to build? I don't think there's room for that to build. I don't think it's going to. So you got like 3 houses back there. That's on that cul-de-sac. I guess we got 3 more homes, but whatever it may be, I guess. There's a ton of people getting off the exit here. Like a absolute ton. And this, what is this? Who came up with this red design? I guess it was me. But that's like 2 red light systems that's sitting through there. Okay, we need to take this. And this is going to be a little extreme if I do it, but it's going to have to be what is done. You're going to do a complex curve. We're going to come out from here and go out like this. We're going to follow the highway the whole ways down through here. Then when you get to here, it's going to turn into a 3-lane. It gets put in like that. And then this will have lane connector tools. And let's get all of the unsafes and stuff out of here. So we go to the right on that one. We can go to the right and... Okay. Yeah, so that did it perfectly. It knew exactly what I wanted to do there. And I guess I want to upgrade this to a 2-lane, then to a 3. So hopefully that mitigates, because now all the traffic that's trying to get on here, they need to merge, and there's a good bit of highway that they can still ride on until they get off. So that should allow that to flow a little bit better than just them kicking right off and going through. But yeah, This always has traffic here. Always. I don't think that there's ever going to be a way for me to fix this. There's no legitimate way around what goes on here. Yeah, because if you come down here, you can get on there, get over here, get off this exit, get off that exit. So there's other ways around it. But I guess, like, there's a lot of people that are trying to get into this area. So you can't really be too upset about it. I think this is filling in fine. I guess we're going to do a park. We don't need that big, huge path. What do you mean? What? Oh my. Okay. Just like that. And then I think... Okay, so that gives us the path that goes back through there. A little wonky, but I guess it had to be done as such. Get us some trees. I think trees always bring this stuff together. And then some bushes. That was too many bushes. And those are there. These are over here. Awesome. So that gets that little park back in here. We can also go ahead and take... Oh, I forgot that there's this stuff that we got in here now. Because we can do like little... Because of course you can always set the benches and stuff back here. Or maybe a gazebo for people to like smoke under and certain things like that. I don't know if those really fit in these spots. I'm like looking at them, I don't know if they... Just a park with some statues sitting back in it. I mean, nothing too crazy there. That filled in, that looks pretty nice. I have no issues with it. And I think that's where we're sort of going to leave this. I mean, we got a good portion of the city here starting to come together. So let's see. Let's see if I remember how to do this here. We're going to go there. Give me some contrast. Yep. Saturation. Give me some color. And temperature, do we want right there? Shadows up or shadows down? Shadows down a little bit, mid-tones up. What about there? Seems yellowish. Yeah, it kind of seems yellowish. Like if we turn that off, yeah, it gets a little bit more ability there. Does that have lights on the top of it? Blue neon lights up here? What is that? Okay, I didn't know that. So, hell, let's... I guess we didn't need to do that. We can literally just do nighttime. And get that. I don't know if you could do any other real photo way on this. Yeah, like everything's sort of dark from this side. That's probably gonna be it. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys as always, and I hope to see you guys next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Chase, and I'm out. Peace.